All right, good evening and welcome to yet another edition of the program Liberty Education Talk, where they come to you live from Liberty Television, our Facebook, YouTube, and our website. May they bring come to you this edition of the program. My name is Al Hassan Kuma. Don't forget to say this na program we always keep looking into the issues and surrounding education sector in the country. We always keep in-depth analysis. We bring come master savvy people inside the education sector for let them come and explain to you. So continue for watch, drop your comments at the comment section and make sure you be part of this edition of the program. Today we look at issues surrounding the education sector in the country. We are in May for understanding President's deal for pay for school picking when of the WAS 2024 and also other trending issues and ways surround the education sector. All will be accounted for you inside this particular program. Well, for Kaipu talk about this, I deal with somebody we also don't play key role inside the education sector. And then Ambassador Mohamed Bangura, we in the executive director for a reputable institution we na Future Foundation Sierra Leone, where they between at the studio, it will help we discuss about issues that we surround the education sector in the country. Good evening and welcome to the program, Mohamed.
Good evening, brother. Good evening, Sierra Leone. Good evening to everybody.
All right. Continue for Watch Family program now. Liberty Education Talk. We always in there every Wednesday for bringing to you issues and surrounding the education business in the country. Today, we pay more attention to issues surrounding the 2024 WAS exams. As we for understanding through the Ministry of Education, the president don't promise for pay for students them we not been since the 2024 WAS exams. What does this mean? Well, we will discuss inside the program and also on that training issues. Don't forget, say you will send a message to the number +232 742 200 545. Now the number where you will send a message or you drop a comment on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Don't forget, say the program now Liberty Education Talk and me where the way I come to you one more time. My name is Al Hassan Kuma. Mohamed, now we look into this issue of the WAS. As you also don't follow the education business in the country, issues we get for do with the Ministry of Education, the WAS 2024 exams, where there's been a promise they will pay for them picking and they will not be right the WAS exam. So viewers don't want to know how far we don't reach into some of the agreements there.
I want to say thank you for inviting me at the studio and for being part of the program. As an organization, we're a civil society organization, an organization who believe in education, we don't follow up with the process. Since the day we get challenges, say there are people who in a school picking them wait for attempts to the WAS, wait for to the WAS, then people there, they're not able to reach the requirement for let's say to this exam, which is very much challenging. And when we even look at what the president look at, and when are the 5 big changer. And the other key thing in the 5 big changer is empowerment. And the status of empowerment, the first stage, now usai education. If you not empower with education, now something like there is no empowerment. And this stage, where then this one is stage where delegates, where like they are preparing themselves for let them go to university. So getting the disappointments they are, say they know they sit the exams, as a government take the own point, take the own part of the story, then they put them together, develop a report. So sometimes last week, we did on this Public Accounts Committee, this PAC hearing, at the House of Parliament, as a civil society, we're a part of the network. So the them now, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, make a commitment. And they make a commitment before a honorable member, Honorable Aeon. That is, they don't get an executive order that the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone don't give them allowance for that. They allow the picking them, the pupils them, the students, they will not be right to the exams the last time for let them waiting, let them get an opportunity for right to this exam in November. So it make it clear to the House and we went at the civil society and the media that it don't get an executive order, not to a hidden thing. And that statement was made by Mr. Bremer T.S. Kebi, when at the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, where we look at and say, like, kudos, and I thumbs up for it.
Okay, so continue for Watch Family. We look at a very key issue because in Sierra Leone, one thing they help the development strive across the country get for do with education, because the more we educate we pick it, the more we able for build up the country, because when you have more people who are educated in the country, it dey help for add to the economic development
Sure.
at that particular country dey. So that's why every Wednesday Liberty Education Talk take our master sabi people for let me talk about education business. And today I dey with Ambassador Mohammed A. Bangura, when I civil society activist where they help to discuss on this particular issue we get for do with students that will not be right the worst exams. Now, so from the civil society point of view, Mohammed, how you look at this, how you feel when there is a pronouncement from the Minister of Education saying we are going to pay for these kids. You know, if we say again for add more pressure because we get the one that we don't promote from SSS 2 to SSS 3, we get for write the worst exams, and the one that will not be right time last year as we get for camera right. You know, if we say that more pressure to government.
Coming from that perspective, yes, if you look at an angle of a civil society, we serve as humanitarians, right? We don't follow up the process, as they say, since it starts to this moment. And coming to them people there is a saying where people say the quickest routes from poverty and education. And education are power, you understand? I've been there. I'm not even there for myself, I'm there for civil society, that are the people for council for the people. And secondly, I'm not only a civil society activist, I mean a young man. And the organization we are there now waiting, the youth-led organization, where now me they head them. So coming to that, I've been in them position there when you determine for right then kind exam there, then kind things there happen. So as a government, we're responsible making that executive order to the ministry. I think that's not a big one. That's not a country. We are ready as a country because at the first stage of the president, when you look at a flagship program was education, and not only education, quality education. We're working to that point, getting the students there back, writing the exam. I think to we it's a burden, but not a burden because this is what we wanted, and this is one of the pillars where we need for developers succeed as a country.
All right. Well, the program we still watch the Liberty Education Talk where they can see you live now with Facebook and with YouTube channel. Continue from sending you message to the number +232 74 200 545, or you send me a message to the platform where you do watch with from. You know, from this particular aspect we they don't make clearance because we see, let me just read them few lines. I will say sure. The permanent secretary of the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Brahma St. Kebi, has informed the Public Accounts Committee that the ministry has received executive clearance to allow pupils who have missed the West African Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination was due to administrative issues to take the exams in November 2024. This revelation came during the PAC session chaired by Honorable Aaron Kuruma. Let me just left into that particular aspect. We, the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament, and get a key role for able for investigate things them we get for do with ministry departments and agencies, you know. So you be the part of that particular hearing the way they mention about giving the clearance for let them pick the right to was exams. There anything been there where they been mentioned saying that these are the criteria them where them be careful go through before they allow them to take the WAS exams?
Thank you very much, bro. I think that one a big one. Since the start of this month, the last month, we've been very close with Parliament, every day with Parliament, for we see how the Public Accounts Committee they go, how the people they appreciate the Public Accounts Committee. Yeah, we don't. And I was there. We take 2 days looking at the issues of Ministry of Education. I was there when the minister and the PS make that commitment on behalf of the minister. And in the commitment he make it clear as the administrative issues. Those are administrative issues. So which means as a ministry, they are in charge of education. They are in charge of the administration. If things then go this way, they are responsible again for making a change. They need to take the responsibility. Some of us get passion in education. Even if I decided to talk about an organization, I get a dream at the university. Yeah, I've been in the classroom. I've taught for years at a time. And secondly, I don't in a lecture room. I the support in me away. So which means I have just passion in education. On that very day, I was very active when I had that commitment. And that was the clarification. And in the clarification, it well mentions an executive order, and which means the President of the Republic knows it happened, and it takes responsibility on behalf of the ministry and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone.
Okay. You mentioned about things that we get for do with administrative blunder. Is it from the school where we make most of them cannot be able to write that was 2024 exams?
As I say, I don't visit all the headquarters of this country, but most of the headquarters towns I visited, I have a same way Papa can always tell me by then. He said before you beg for person, talk for person, know what the person do. Yeah, I've been followed up a week ago. I didn't know Mumbai districts. I go a lot of villages and Bawia and all that for us see how the interim process they happen, because I have passion in the system, your passion, education. So coming to then things they are all, we cannot blame the student, the pupils there. There are a lot of factors. We're responsible for this kind of blunder. I'm happy enough that the ministry take responsibilities. That is, we are going to allow them picking there through an executive order from the president, because there was an administrative blunder on your side. So coming to that, I don't want to follow we blame so, but I'm very much happy that the ministry, through the permanent secretary, when an active somebody will follow up from now on forth, for where they make that kind of clarity, and that clarity now executive order from His Excellency.
Okay. I will continue for watch the program Liberty Education Talk. Today we deal with Ambassador Mohamed A. Bangua, we a civil society activist, and of course the head for the executive director building the Future Foundation Sierra Leone. Of course, they are with me for let we discuss on the trend of education at the country. We don't discuss on one aspect we for the WAS 2024 for picking them all about the country. We therefore rewrite this 2025 academic year. Now we want to look at other issues and developmental issues that we don't happen inside the Ministry of Education. Previous weeks we see there was a press release from the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education for one head of school STEM, not for encourage picking away they come up from SSS1 for go attempt for sit the WAS exams, or picking away Norwich class 6 for go take the MPSC, or picking as well we Norwich the Becker stage for go take the Becker exams. We that now strict warning way punishable by law if any head of school or principal allow picking way for come up from 2 go sit the Becker exams way and not promote from 3. So some of them issues and then developmental issues, and then they happen across the country. So as civil society activists, how you look at that, with regards to the progress of education at the country, and also some of the things that way they bring the education business down.
To start with, as an educationist and an activist, I want to give the ministry kudos again, thumbs up, because of the things that they do. There are a lot of successful stories, starting from the MPSC result onto the process, where we don't see a lot of development, But my problem I'm having here is, then say now they don't want head teachers, and they don't want principals of schools, not for allow people there for attend public exam when they not get that stage. And that's a whole challenge by itself, not the sector. So coming into that one day, as a ministry, take responsibility of that kind of nature for system they want principals. But my question here is again, how we go those things whether they talk they happen? Are those things reality that they feel where you go there? To start with me as somebody who get passion in education, as I say. For the past week, if you can get from a voice, the past week I did Muyamba district. Goes now some I was fortunate that I meet interview, and that's one of the challenges I picked up. The process of getting interview for one stage to the other, that's the most important stage in education. We're at the primary stage, where they move to the secondary, very much slow, and it not be done reach to a point. Okay. So looking at that things in a challenge, and formally me and the education sector in Sierra Leone, I was like talking to some parents, they were stressing, hey me, I don't buy uniform, now the school fee. I want buy. Maybe school fee business. And there was a time even when people like you want make we go school happy, what do you think first? Now the uniform, what's the new one? Now the concentrate. School fee not for block you that weekly. But now we are seeing a situation of parents, then they go through a lot for they get a uniform, and at the end of the day, they tell you the first day of school, you for pay fees. And those are all challenges. So the ministry, when they call their attention, we give them kudos, and for now, we are them within our SUS, we follow up the whole process as we now the EI for the people, we are humanitarian, we follow up the whole process. So now, them back for look into the interview process. I think the Becker is upcoming, the MPSC don't. But the process, and again the charges, I picked up a lot of charges where, like I tell you, I took a ride from here with a bike through the Mobile to Muyamba. I was fortunate, one or two schools I made an interview, I interrogated. But I was there for like the first time, because we are business adulty, the protocol in the way is bad, you understand? So I was able to get all the sectors involved. I will come election, I left me picking for interview, I asked. So government need for get down the again if we want for succeed in this educational drive, but it's a whole challenge.
Okay. Well, as you don't mention about side way you don't work all about the country as a civil society activist, because like we they say the education gets key role for country development. Like you don't mention about issues that we therefore happen with admission process, because now most schools stay in the process for admit beginning to JSS1, to other classes as well. We plenty parents they can find it very difficult, with regards to say for buy the school color, because we always see now from conference of principals they can pull a list, of waiting the schools and government assisted schools for take, for admit speaking them. So from what you don't observe, is it that them principals or head of schools and they go through them particular stipulated prices way government do?
Thank you very much. I would have really loved, and I believe say it's gonna happen when I'm going to launch my report. Will be there, come again to the people will tell them this is what I'm saying. I'm calling the attention of the government, the ministry, to liaise with the civil society organization that are credible. That is things that need for to be done. Yeah, this is things the way the principals, council of principals don't say. But in the happen at the schools, in the happen at the villages, in the happen at that school I go upline now. So now what we for do? Follow the observe the process. It's a whole challenge. It's a whole challenge. And we cannot sit down like this with a gumbo of challenges or whatever. Now let's take the honors, follow we see. It's clear in the whole country that there was a blunder in the in the just ended interviews for MPSC. What's going to happen for Becky? And what's going to happen for WAS? It not going to happen again. Those are all issues that happen as a result of administrative problems, which the ministry and they talk to them really for let them go into that very boss back, settle them administrative issues. We want for succeed as a nation. No way that we can succeed. You understand? Without education. And this country where them born we, this country where we did it like today, this country get respect, get value as a result of education. Because when you call Salon, his surname is the anthem of West Africa. So we get in that glory day, we for the continue maintaining that glory that we have more international students coming to study. Yeah, there are things that we need for art. And education at a stage. We start with the nursery stage. We are in society, go on for let you just go used to the school. We go to the pre-stage, the primary. We're very much important. You write to an exam. Fortunately for me now, then what's exam that I write MPSC and all that at the age. So you write to an exam. That exam and they qualify you to the next stage. Me and you don't go secondary school. In fact, where that first day you wear your uniform, that white for go secondary school. If you don't take my brother, you cannot sleep. You go and test and pass almost again with second. So there was an urge. So going that process. Now one of these processes that the way people get. I have a story that I'll follow up with. Picking go school first where they laugh like a bully. And I go again talk. So professionally, I maybe use my skills and bring them back. You understand? So now we get this kind of platform that when we say something as a ministry, when we there with Tsunami, when a civil society activists them, when the council of principals. Everybody involved in the public sector make a pronouncement. Let we all be partners. How will they be partners? By we the monitor, not to focus them talk about policies Go to the field and know the realities. Submit your report to the ministry and tell the ministry this is what's happened, this is what's happened. But they are good here, doing a lot of things very good. Even this one is some sort of a welcoming news for go get a clarification from the president that then people are going for seats. I know what it takes. I know how many engagement that we don't get with president for let us say this yellow sector of education revamp.
All right, fam, we'll continue for watch the program that Liberty Education Talk. We always take to you live on the Facebook and the YouTube channel. Maybe they bring the program to you. My name Hassan Kuruma. Don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section, or you send me a message to the number +23274 200-545. Today in the studio, I have with Ambassador Mohamed A. Bangura, we are a civil society activist, and today we look at issues surrounding the education sector. We look at different areas them inside the education sector across Sierra Leone. Well, from the worst and issues that we have to do with admission for various schools across the country, we want to look at the tertiary education, because Mohamed, when you look at the education sector, it has to do with the foundation. Because they can get the foundation, a very strong foundation, that they can go for articulate well. Even when they can go to university, they go for do extremely well. Well, as Salona society, we don't see a lot of things that don't happen with regards to the education sector. Students who don't take the WAS exams go to the university and able to perform well. We see that happen at Commerce. College of Medicine, we plenty students that fail. The university as well, they have most of their students today after the first semester or second semester exam. So, we say you feel so they missed the point with regards to the education sector in Sierra Leone.
Thankfully enough, you're talking about the tertiary institution. Tertiary institution, I just come up from the tertiary institution. I was fortunate at least for Lago Miltimaka College of Education. And by then, and go to Jala University, I know what it takes and what it means for we to talk about tertiary education. Thank God we discussion here today. We started with the when at the primary, the secondary, and now come to the tertiary. You made it clear, no way not able to do things where you feel safe for doing at the education sector without what the foundation. Education is the foundation. That foundation, they need help you reach to that point today. But it makes no mistake, and professionally, when I was in Jala University, there was a situation wherein admission, like when you go for interview for admissions into the university, there was somebody where they asked for subject them how the subject them and they in grades them. That campus in there, no, you're not able for right completely, and there's the option. The way we do interview, tell them say no, there's no provision for you. And I be no nonsense man. We don't miss the point. Like this one where the Council of Principal Council is a big one. Educational stage. If you don't go through this stage, you go rush for one at the other stage, you're gonna be all by itself it's mess up. There was a time when we go to school, you didn't prepare yourself for go for the worst. But now I'm not in that preparation. The results are good, the grades are good. I'm a victim of the circumstance. I was working with somebody where like when they see results them and you know reflect to in the class. So those are things that we really need for work into. I know this why they say we, because we all have responsibility, starting from the civil society, the ministry, you understand, we represent the government.
Well, like plenty people can say, other than the civil society angle, or not can concentrate more on the education aspects. You are more doing the kind of political discussion, because like you mentioned, I get a key role for play as civil society activists, for put government on their toes, ensure that institution, head of schools as well, do the correct thing they wait them for doing, and not do they are not able for blow that out to the public. So as somebody we are the director for building the future foundation in Sierra Leone. So waiting now on your things they want to do with different from other civil society activists.
This is a question we appreciate, and maybe you're gonna be my best questions. I'll go back to start. If I sit here today as an executive director for Building the Future Foundation, It's as a result of the university where I go. I have this dream. Fortunately for me, I have represented my primary school, secondary school, and all of that. When I go to Jala University, I was thinking that why cannot think of a platform that I can help my people, that can help our younger brothers that are coming up. You understand? If maybe through that platform, if after university, we create job for myself. So looking at that platform, when you go to Bo, you will know that some of the organizations them don't do things there for promote education. For them but few, one of the key things them, when the Ministry of Education pull the COVID-19 radio program, that teaching program, we are all over there, the social media, that's a flyer, reach out to people, and please don't allow them picking them, let them listen to radios. Because the teaching are going on. Even they tell us this way they don't miss, so then they can't again. So as a result of that one day, to some point, we're successful. I handle the body streets. We're successful. And for that, say some of we and the organization where they say, I can go beyond what I stand for. One of my thematic areas is education. That is the commitment towards education. The commitment towards education will be greater. That is for say, as an organization, me particularly, I was one of the mentors for the Children Forum Network, Nabo. I don't get a lot of sessions with them, and as a result of that, I even a partner with them. Okay. Now, me vision, now we done the very close in the talks with the president and the present president for them, nationally. So that is for say, there is a deal now we forget a partnership, and these are my things for I stand for. The relationship between me, organization, and education, na party.
Okay. We'll continue for watch. Fambul in name Ambassador Mohamed Epangua, we are the executive director for Building the Future Foundation. Today, we will discuss about issues that we piled up inside the education sector. One of the empowerment issues in the Nigeria for do with the 2024 WAS exams. The president don't get clearance for pay for the students that they will not be right. The WAS exams for 2024. Continue for send your message that the platform inside the watch reform now with Facebook or YouTube channel, or you drop a message to SMS to the number +237 for 200 Maybe they make the program reach you this evening. We need Hassan Kuma. Continue for follow the conversation as we come to the climax. Well, we deal with Mohammed. We get a wealth of experience as somebody we don't work as a civil society activist inside Freetown and as well at the provinces as well. Don't they promote education all about the country? That's why we decide for Character and Liberty Studio for like it can able for unfold some of the issues that we don't happen in the education sector. Mohammed, as well, you follow the Public Accounts Committee in Parliament. We the work now for investigate issues that they happen at different MDs, the ministry departments and agencies. Well, for the sake of this program, we look at the education aspect. Well, from the waiting don't they happen that the education sector inside the PAC hearings, where don't they happen at Parliament?
And to start with, we are ready, we are committed to the process as an organization. And like Abide say, we don't get party between we, the civil society, and the parliament. That's why we get parliaments and civil society network. We now they work hand in glove. You understand? And we don't they know say we are humanitarian stand for the people, and the people are then sick. The people in our parliament, according to the constitution of this country, and the statutory orders, don't give mandates to the House of Parliament for let they conduct what they call oversight. Let they study the budget. The oversight whether they conduct now is you here at Liberty, they're going to 1,000 yuan. This is a government decision. How you deserve 1,000 yuan? And we, the civil society, we are key players because we represent the people. So in the process, we don't play a role for the past month plus now. We do parliaments up and down. For what we say, we people and be informed. We follow we say, we people be aware. And one of the things that will come up plain with the deputy speaker, because according to rules and the standing order of the House of Parliament of Sierra Leone, the deputy speaker automatically in the chairperson for that committee.
Okay. So like we just want to know waiting don't they happen as we try for wrap up the program. Waiting don't they happen now the education sector because we may understand the parliament through PAC been invite the Ministry of Education for investigate. You know, waiting don't they happen at that particular ministry there.
Thankfully enough, I was there for 2 days in the oversight, and I don't want to go deliberately. I don't want to go into that because we did not end. We summoned it again. We say we, accusam, civil societies, and the parliament, plus the media, because we are there in different sector or in different angle or for different missions. So we don't tell them back. There are a lot of questions that we need for answer to. We just look at the 2020, 2020 partially with 2021. What about 2022? Are those things gonna continue? Are those loopholes gonna be like this? We know what we don't talk, huh? So,
all right. Well, we will continue for follow up the issues and the surrounding the education sector across the country because our duty as an institution and also a program where they go in depth to education business at the country. Well, as time that the bet with Tranga Mohammed, we think will be your final message to family where they watch you.
My final message is short. And everybody here, I know we are parents in the sense you got for big, yesterday is small brother, you begin, you just go to school. Let's take education issues as a priority. Let me embrace education as a priority, as we young picking, because as we young papa, because now we young country son him that one day. Let's take responsibilities. When going to school, when the government tell principals and say, now the charges of past 500,000, then you as a parent will meet at 750,000. Then ask questions. Those are your rights. Those are the ways we don't take responsibilities. So then I have a message for we all.
Okay, thank you so much. It's a pleasure for getting you at the studio. Hope for they get you some other time them inside this particular program. I want to say plenty thank you as well to you. We don't watch this particular program. Don't forget to we can bring account to you every Wednesday for looking into the education sector in the country. Today we able to forget Ambassador Mohammed A. Bangura, we are the Executive Director building the Future Foundation, Sierra Leone. We can help with for like we unfold issues that might cause the education sector in the country. Well, I saw this particular program they left you on behalf of me, producer, and also